Hello and welcome to the Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast. I'm your host, John Lucas, alongside my co-host, Kevin Ortiz.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, Vandy's going to be out today, guys. We got some other stuff to do, and even I have to do something in a few minutes, so this is going to be a quicker podcast.
Yeah, I actually I hit Vandy over the head with a chair, so he's going to be out for about a week or so. See you next week.
Straight up heel. Follow us on Twitter at PWV_podcast for all your wrestling news, articles, opinions, and information. Check out ProWrestlingVoice.com. Check out our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/ProWrestlingVoice. Only $19.99. You guys go and check those out. Follow us on iTunes by searching Pro Wrestling Voice Radio, and you can search us on the Spreaker app by searching Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast, and of course, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Voice. We are the generation that grew up in the Attitude Era. This is our take on the business. So KO. Pretty good week this week. I was happy with Raw and SmackDown this week. And SmackDown, man, they literally had just a better show than they had all last week.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
It was
no doubt.
Top to bottom. I was like, yo, this is actually good. Like, all of it is good. So, let's go over some big news real quick. Did you hear some news today?
I heard a few things, yeah.
What'd you see?
Probably the biggest thing would be they're going to have a new tag team championship set or new tag titles for SmackDown. I think that's some pretty big news there.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, Daniel Bryan was letting the whole world know. He's kind of making fun of the Universal title and how Raw unveiled it, right after the next night after Battleground. I thought that was pretty funny. And then I think there's going to be another women's title too, if I'm not mistaken.
I do believe he said there's going to be another women's title also. And I'm hyped about that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You're going to have another world title for the men. You might as well have another, female women's title as well, because otherwise, what are the women wrestlers going to do on SmackDown?
Exactly. It's you don't want to take them because they're tokens. That's like the absolute worst way to look at it. And maybe what will we call? I'll call it Women's World Championship. That's what I'll call it right now. That's my placeholder.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, you can't. I don't think you call them heavyweights, or I don't even want to label them as bantamweight or featherweights, or like UFC does for their women's divisions. So I hope
women's universal title. Oh God, no!
Oh no! That's no. Anyway, we can go back to that. Some other big news. I don't think this one was as publicized as some of the others. Lillian Garcia. She's leaving WWE for the moment to take care of her father, who has 2 rare forms of cancer. We on this podcast, we're sensitive to that. So, good luck in your fight and take care of your father. Thank you for everything that you've done for WWE. And
absolutely.
she said WWE will always be your home. And it's true. You can't go back to a classic match and not probably not hear Lillian Garcia or not see her at ringside or something like that. She's been around.
She's been a staple in the business. I think 15 years or so she's been around.
Pretty close to it.
That's pretty damn impressive.
It is. So,
and hey, family is always first, so major props to her.
Family. Fast and Furious. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on into Raw and SmackDown. I think a new format we might start going with. I'm just going to lay out all the matches right from the get-go. And that way we just have a open forum, an open discussion about both shows. I don't want to just first 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes talk about Raw, second 20 minutes talk about SmackDown. I want this to feel like a natural conversation. And we're just talking about the 5 hours of WWE programming. So this week's Raw had a mixed tag team match between Enzo and Sasha Banks and Chris Jericho and Charlotte. Strowman versus a local yokel. Golden Truth versus the Shining Stars. Rusev versus Mark Henry. Darren Young versus Titus. The New Day versus the Club with Xavier banned from ringside. Cesaro versus Sheamus, which you can skip. Slater versus Mahal, which is kind of funny. And Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins for the main event of Raw. And SmackDown, there was a triple threat to determine the number 1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship between Baron Corbin, Kalisto, and Apollo Crews. Not Apollo Creed, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Versus Eva Marie, which I guess never really happened. American Alpha's debut against the Vaudevillains. And I'm happy about that. And and then the main event was Bray Wyatt versus Dolph Ziggler to name a new number one contender if Bray had won. But yeah, just going into Raw, man, that first 20-minute promo with Enzo, Sasha, Charlotte, and Jericho was just all good. I loved every second of the entire promo, and just Enzo just straight up coming out, hey, it's Sasha. Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
And them just going back and forth, and it was so funny. And then Sasha with possibly the line of like the month. There's only one word to describe Enzo's sex game, and that got me. Oh, that was so
good. Yeah, man. When Charlotte said that, I freaking burst out laughing.
Yeah, that was fucking funny, wasn't it? Oh, that was good. And
Sasha had a good line too, though, when they're talking about one night stands. Like, yo, your father's Ric Flair, so yeah. Wow, yeah, that was a big punch right there.
It was, and I was like, "Oh, shots fired!"
Yeah, just great back and forth the entire time between
the whole time, and then Jericho just coming out for no reason.
Quiet.
Just, I can't believe that's over.
He gets the simplest things over, but they're just so entertaining when he says it. You know,
it's amazing to me, and testament to Jericho, man. You are the man, because that shit. He's still on fire. He's still so good with it, and I love listening to his podcasts because it's like he'll talk about what he just did like that week or whatever. You know? It's pretty cool to see and hear. Let's see what else happened. Any other comments about the match though? I thought the match was actually pretty good, and Mick Foley was saying it was the first mixed tag team match of the new era, so that was pretty cool too.
A little bit of history taking place.
Yeah, I actually cared about all four participants in the match. It wasn't like, just hey, throw them together because
just four randoms. Yeah, I mean,
I guess in a way they are four randoms, but I actually cared about all four people in the match.
That's true. And Kevin Owens was at ringside on commentary, I believe.
Oh yeah, he was.
And that kind of set up the story for later on in the night when he would eventually have Jericho's back because no one else seems to have it. So
yeah,
the two Canadians, they got to stick together.
They got to do something. It's just so funny, and like no one has my back, blah 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 blah. And then Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere. I have your back. See, Kevin Owens has my back.
Jericho is too funny, man. Jericho just spurting out random names of people who have his back,
Appleton.
Yeah. Oh, the other funny comment though. You were telling me after the match when the referee, what was he thinking, man? The referee.
And if you all didn't see, pretty much after the match was over, the Charlotte and Jericho are up at the getting closer to the top of the ramp. And the referee is running with the women's championship up to Charlotte. And then you can see him trying to hand the title to Charlotte. And she doesn't take it. And she kind of, I almost say she looks at him like he's crazy. Then the camera starts to kind of move away from the ref as he goes, fuck, and he runs back to the ring. Sasha snatches the title from him and just acts like it didn't even happen. I was like, I saw that one. You ain't going to get by me. Oh, man, I laughed. That was so funny. I was like, "Come on, dog! Like,
that's you don't know who the women's champion is. Come on, dude.
She opened Raw,
right?
She opened Raw. Like, come on, remember this. You were the referee in the match. Come on. You actually work for the company.
Right. Bruh, that was inexcusable.
Pretty much. Next, Strowman, local yokel. I still like that reverse choke slam. I think that's pretty cool.
It is. It's again a move we haven't really seen before. If ever, honestly.
I haven't seen it, so that's anytime you can get me with what was that? Oh man.
Yeah, anytime you can impress us, it's a good thing. And I don't know how I feel really about Strowman yet, but we'll see how they kind of take his see what they take his character into. Developing storylines and whatnot.
The crowd was like dead during his match, and that was the big sign. I was like, "Oh shit, that's not good." Now he needs to fight. Next week, I wouldn't be surprised if he fights like Jinder Mahal. Like he needs like real opponents now. I like enhancement matches. I get the point of them. You can't really get invested in them unless you're doing a lot of new moves, which we will get to with Nia Jax later. super. So you know what? We'll just talk about it now.
Very true.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, Nia Jax, she fights Local Yoko. But Nia Jax does a few new moves in this match that she didn't do in the first one, which was good. You gotta showcase those moves. And I'm gonna call it, I guess the technical term was probably be a overhead fireman's carry slam. Maybe I'll get that right later. But I don't know what she's calling it. It was dope. I was like, fuck yeah, that's exactly what she needs to do because the leg drop is shit.
It is.
It doesn't matter who does it. Unless it's off Matt Hardy's off the top rope or Fandango's guillotine, I guess he calls it. It's stupid.
It's Max should be a signature, you know. It can't really be a finisher. It's just a leg drop.
Even Matt Hardy's was a signature. This real finisher is the Twist of Fate, which everyone loved. So just I always said Nia Jax needs to use like an Oklahoma Slam, like a gorilla press. She needs to use her weight against her opponents. She needs to crush someone. Like what's the biggest fear of someone of that stature? Not even male or female. Someone of that stature. I don't want to get crushed. I don't want to get hurt. What was Rikishi's big gimmick? He had a big fucking ass. He shoved it in people's faces and he crushed you. Bonsai drop his and Yokozuna's. Oh Lord. Oh, help me. Oh,
I don't know how anybody survived those moves. Honestly,
I would never.
My chest would cave in.
I'm sorry. You can beat me any other way. You're not gonna beat me with Bonsai drop.
Or stink face, because I would not want to take that.
That'd be like a Vince. You either gotta put the strap on me tonight, or I need a big payday, brother. Oh, I need a big payday.
Big.
Straight up. Golden Truth versus Shining Stars. We're not even going to talk about this match because it was dumb shit.
It was garbage.
They are overkilling Pokemon Go, and I hope it's not their actual gimmick. That's what's scaring me.
Yeah, the worst part is I'm pretty sure it is their actual gimmick, and I think it's going to continue for who knows, like another week or two or more. Hopefully not.
It's awful. I don't even. Oh, okay. Anyway, Rusev versus Mark Henry, who believes he has one more good run in him. I don't, but
neither does
Rusev makes Henry submit to the accolade. He doesn't get the super one he does on him, but you would get the idea. And then, just a surprise of damn near everyone in the audience and at home, Roman Reigns comes out to confront Rusev. And as soon as he gets to the ring, I don't know if this is a testament to how good Rusev is as a heel, or WWE is finally booking Roman right, and everyone's happy because the entire arena and I was on my feet cheering. I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. Roman even has new gear. He actually kind of looks like Kane. When I saw like a side angle of him, he looks like Kane without the mask.
Yeah, he got the red and black gear.
I was like, yo, I'm actually like, and like I said last week, because of Battleground, I was like, he got me, you know, he got me again today. I was like, oh shit. I was like, go ahead, Roman. You take that U.S. title and you actually do something with it, because the only reason we hate you is because you had the rocket strapped to you and you got thrown to shot to the moon. Live in the mid card for a little while. Look at why Ambrose is so organically over now. Loved. He shredded the mid card. He beat everyone in the mid card, you know. And I said that was the best thing for him.
Yeah, you said it last week. Yeah. He needs to maybe contend for Intercontinental or U.S. title, and here we go. They gave it to us, and thankfully they did, because now we can get invested. Yeah, exactly. Now we can get invested in what Roman Reigns is going to be doing out there.
I like it because they actually have history too. That's the coolest part. During the Royal Fumble, Rusev was the last person eliminated by, guess who? Roman Reigns. He was hiding under the ring. And this year's Royal Rumble, where Triple H won, guess who were the first two entrants in the Rumble? Rusev and Reigns. They are always clashing. Even at WrestleMania 30, even at WrestleMania 31, before I guess the backlash of the horrible Royal Fumble, they said this was planned for WrestleMania. We're gonna give it to you now, John Cena versus Rusev, and they went into that program early. I wanted Roman to be the first guy to beat Rusev, and that was that. Like, he can do it. Everyone will be happy if Roman gets the U.S. title, but it's not gonna happen.
Nope.
So, I'm happy Cena was, but we can we can keep going.
We'll save that for a different day.
Darren Young versus Titus O'Neil. Titus goes heel, grabbing the trunks. I was shocked. I was happy about that because it's literally exactly what he needed.
He needs something to change his character, because it's obviously it hasn't been working what he's been doing before. So this will hopefully get some sort of crowd response for him because it's been flat, honestly. And I think they were even starting to chant "This is boring" during their match.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I need to go back and check it out. But I was like I like Titus personally, but at the same time, I'm like, you are not exciting.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Like I don't want to say that, but you aren't. I needed some juice. Give me some impact.
Yeah, and that was a way to do it. I mean, he pretty much destroyed Darren Young the entire match. I mean, he was just throwing him around and tossing him, and this and that. And again, we'll just see where it goes. Yeah, I mean, he's a big dude. He should be pretty much destroying everybody out there. Like, if you look at it from a realistic point of view, the man is. He's one of the bigger, more muscular guys on the roster.
He's other than like Brock Lesnar, he's probably the most athletic guy on the roster.
Exactly.
And he loses. Like it
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And then after this match, Titus O'Neil and Bob Backlund getting in a heated argument backstage. Shut your old ass up. Shut your old ass up. And then they line. Shut your old ass up, bro. I knock your ass out. And I'm like, damn. Fuck, and Jared now got out of nowhere. Don't talk to my coach like that. Don't talk to my coach like that. I'm like, oh shit, there's some heat on this. Yes,
Right.
And it's crazy. Like just from like Raw alone, SummerSlam is about to be stacked.
Yes, it is.
I had never thought WWE could literally top each card every pay-per-view.
I know, it's unbelievable. I love it though.
Gosh, this is like awesome. Like they gave us a horrible WrestleMania 32, and let's be real, it was bad.
It was.
And Extreme, Extreme was it? No, it wasn't. It was Payback, Extreme Rules, Money in the Bank, Battleground, and now SummerSlam. There's gonna be 5 pay-per-views with stacked ass cards.
Yes. The way it should be, man. They're actually keeping us entertained. They're keeping us drawn to the product, and I love it. Love it.
Like we said last week, Raw left me wanting more. Like I was like, fuck, I don't want this to end. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next week. Next we'll go to the New Day versus the Club, and the only thing we're gonna talk about is the promo. Just New Day drawing straws to see who's banned from ringside. Biggie and Kofi pull 2 tangerines, and Xavier pulls a fucking banana, and just they're putting them together and they're like,
too much.
I love that they keep pushing it now.
Right, they're pushing the envelope really far, but it's a New Day, so we love everything they do.
Exactly, it's just fucking funny.
It is,
if you want to get your big old box of bootios, pre-order at FYE. They make sure you ain't booty. I actually kind of want to get one, but we'll see. I kind of want to walk into an FYE and see if it's there, and then I'll buy it.
Mm-hmm. So everybody knows it's $12.99 for some cereal. I mean, that's pretty damn ridiculous, but I love the New Day, but damn.
Not even including milk.
Right?
Straight up. Cesaro beat Sheamus with the neutralizer. That's the only thing that we need to say about that.
That was the only good part of the match.
It was too slow. Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal had a match. Whoever won is going to be part of the Raw roster. I think it was announced last week that Mahal was signed. So
yeah, I think Randy gave us the news.
Yeah, so no surprise he won.
Mick Foley came out and pretty much was distracting Heath Slater. Mahal hits him from behind with a big boot or a clothesline. I forget what it was.
Big boot.
Yeah, and then that was it.
He lost to just a clothesline. I'm like, he's sorry, suck. Like, what's wrong with you? Anyway, main event: Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. And this was a dope match.
It was
good.
I'm happy they're giving Zayn this opportunity to face, someone to Seth Rollins' caliber, because we all know that Sami Zayn can go in the ring. He's one of the better competitors, and he proved it at Battleground in front of our eyes, and he's been proving it before that, anyways. But I'm just happy to see him, and hopefully he, gets a title shot soon in the, in the near future.
I still fucking Battleground was awesome.
I know.
Like, I was like, we saw literally everyone at Battleground. Like this is like the regime now that you want to. These are the guys you want to see. And
yeah.
First time I ever saw AJ Styles live. First time I saw Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Sasha Banks, Bayley. Oh my God, we just saw Bayley.
I know, Bayley. Yes.
Oh, Bayley.
It was so great, man. That was a hell of a night.
Seth, Roman, Dean, that was such a fresh show for me. I hadn't seen so many of those guys before, and in the best way possible. Like I was loving it. I saw Seth, Dean, and Roman before, but it was so awesome.
The first ever Shield triple threat. Fantastic. We got to witness it live.
It was
nothing better than that.
Nothing will ever get that taken away from us, and it was in our backyard. Like, are you kidding?
Right here, back in DC, it was freaking awesome.
Shout outs. I didn't even look for Wale. I was so invested. I was so fucking happy just to be there.
I'm sure he was there.
Oh, I know he was.
Yeah.
Oh, I know he was. I guess main event of Raw. Lasting promo.
The main event promo.
Paul Heyman. I heard he actually signed a deal with WWE prior to Raw, so he's back. And then we're all happy.
That's true, because that's why I was asking you before. I was like, is Paul Heyman going to be here? Because I hadn't really heard that he got, we knew his contract expired. I didn't know he had got re-signed, and happy he did, because he belongs with Brock Lesnar. Perfect pair.
Oh, you just put them together. You don't take them apart. You don't, especially after Brock first came in and John Laurinaitis was his mouthpiece. Oh God, that was bad. Oh God, that was bad. I still remember the awful like 20-minute sign up for a WWE championship match. I forget what fucking it was, but it was just awful. I was like, I hope they never put a microphone in Brock Lesnar's hands again. And I think they only have one time, and that's because he was like, "Look here, boy," or some shit like that. Like he was mad as fuck, and I think Ambrose or somebody like,
he's always mad,
yeah, which is fine. But best part probably of the night, Paul Heyman. You will never hit an RKO on Brock Lesnar. You will never hit an RKO on Brock Lesnar. RKO!
Yeah, it was so awesome. That got me so hard, dude.
That was so sick. It was fucking awesome. That was one of the better ones. And, of course, you will never do it. You will never do it.
Yeah, bam.
Gonna happen,
he did it.
And he got a good one, too. A good one.
Very good. That was one of his better RKOs. I mean, it pretty much looked like Lesnar landed like face first.
Straight up.
That was so awesome. That's my dude, Randy. Anytime he comes out, I'm pretty much excited when he hits an RKO. It's a perfect night for me. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Randy.
It was a heck of a way to end Raw. It really was.
It was. What a great way to Randy get some heat on their feud, because I'm happy it's finally happening, because now this is a good time for it to happen. But they care about it. They're actually doing shit with it. They're not just a promo Raw, promo SmackDown, promo Raw, promo SmackDown, because they are cross-branded. And we will get to SmackDown later.
Oh God, that hurt.
So opening SmackDown, the opening match for SmackDown is a triple threat: Baron Corbin versus Kalisto versus Apollo Crews.
Why was Kalisto in this match?
Because he's garbage. Stupid. I'm happy he took the pin. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Anyway,
I really wanted Corbin to win this match, though.
Me too, dude.
I think he deserves it more right now than Apollo Crews does. Definitely more than Kalisto, obviously. Mm-hmm. Because he's been pretty good on the mic. I mean, they haven't had him speak much, but I think he's done a pretty good job. And I love his finisher. If you don't love his finisher, something's wrong with you.
But he's a good heel. He's a good heel, and that's so hard to get nowadays. He's like a true heel. Like, it's I don't care. Like, it gets me so funny. And then I was so happy he hit end of days on Miz at the end of the match just to get some heat on him.
Yeah, that was awesome. Hopefully they make it like a triple threat match.
I would love that. That'd be dope. And then Miz technically doesn't have to lose or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can they can spin it any way they want. They can redo the match in a couple different ways. But I think Crews and or Corbin need a title on them.
Yeah, they do.
It's like now, with SmackDown introducing the tag titles, I don't want to necessarily say that Corbin needs the tag titles with Rhino, which I would like to see, but his gimmick is like the lone wolf. He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't need a partner. That's going to completely just go away from what his gimmick is. Like you said, lone wolf doesn't need a tag partner. Needs a title though.
Yeah, I kind of dig the idea if they want to keep the IC strap as a heel belt. You know, and it's like there needs to be true heels still. No one's I love Kevin Owens, and he acts like he kayfabes it out still, but he could do some dastardly shit, and I probably would still like him. It's hard to boo someone when they're doing Literally perfect wrestling work. It's amazing. Like it's
and that's what he does every freaking time he comes out there. It's kind of like Jericho too, like we were talking about earlier. You can't hate the guy because everything that comes out of his mouth is gold.
It's so
just,
funny.
It's just pure comedy that what he's speaking, and I love every single word.
It's like with Jericho, we call it Jerichoing or Jerry. He got Jericho when he backstabs everybody, but we know it's coming. Right? We want it to happen, and we're cool that it happens because now it's like, okay, now we cheer this guy. Now we boo Jericho because we're supposed to. But it's somewhat a cheer. Like even at Mania 28. When Jericho was facing Punk for the WWE title, Vanny was cheering CM Punk. I was cheering Jericho though my head off. Like that was the first time I saw Jericho live, and that was dope.
Oh, that's cool.
That was dope. Oh, and I got to see him compete. And yeah, he still had one of the light bright jackets. So
throwback.
Oh, did I say the opening match? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did.
Opening promo of SmackDown. Dean Ambrose and Ziggity D, Dolph Ziggler.
Ziggity.
Dolph Ziggler cut the promo of his life. Like
he did. I tore him up last week, but I was pretty impressed with what he said and what his promo was like. I was content with it. He really showed some emotion, in what he was saying, and it made a lot of sense. He's been fighting, I guess, working hard and whatnot to get a spot there. Or Dean Ambrose, like he said, came in with 2 other guys from the Shield, where Ziggler came in as a male cheerleader.
Great. Oh, that was so good. I'm like, thank you. They're at least acknowledging that you were in the Spirit Squad, because if you can come back from that, you should be pretty good.
That's pretty impressive.
And promos, the more truth that's laced in a promo, the better. And this dude was just straight up like, I'm the best. I deserve this. It sucks that I haven't been given my real shot yet. And, part of that's his booking. They should have ran with him in like 2013.
Yeah.
And I guess now I'm definitely more interested in the match.
For sure.
I kind of think it's going to open SummerSlam, and then that's all.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, that's what I said last week. It would not shock me at all if it opened SummerSlam. Just think of the 2 superstars in the match. I mean, that can't close a show. Just not even an option.
No. Okay. Not with Randy and Brock, not with Cena and Styles, not with
Finn and Rollins.
I want Roman and Rusev to close the show before what's it called? And it's
yeah. And I am so ticked off, and I guess I should have known because he has been doing it for a while, but the super kick is really his finisher now. That really disappoints me.
You should see my face every time he does his bullshit tooting up the band.
Yeah,
it's awful.
It's so ugly.
It's ugly. He misses every time. At least Shawn Michaels could hit it sometimes. I know WWE, and if you see someone charging their finisher,
they're gonna miss. It's about a 99.9% chance that they're gonna miss. It's like when Randy goes for his RKO and he always. I don't think I've ever seen him hit it once.
He hits it clean on a scrub.
Yeah.
like live events, I bet they hit that clean a little more often than they do on like
Raw and SmackDown. Yeah.
But like I remember at Mania 25, HBK tune up the band and take her clean with it. I was like, what?
He hit it. I can't believe it.
Anytime you see a charge up and it lands, it's oh god, this is really over.
All right, like whoa, wow. Shocker.
Up. And I think the only reason Shawn Michaels didn't win that match was because he hits him and I'm like, I'm so tired now I gotta crawl over and get the cover as opposed to just I got you now roll up or pin with the leg over anything. But yeah, next Becky versus Eva Marie. Eva Marie, man, her entrance is.
Yeah, I guess they're sticking with it.
They're treating her like a star. They're doing so. You got to. I guess if you want to be successful, you have to act like a superstar. You have to feel like a superstar. You have to look like a superstar. And God damn it, she fucking looks like a superstar.
Yeah, big time, man. Damn, does she look good?
Big time, big titties.
I wanted to see what she can do. I haven't seen much of her. I just hear everybody say that she is god awful in the ring. But I just wanted to see what she can do. And of course, she comes in the ring. She goes on the second rope. She jumps off and she gets hurt. Yeah. And in my head, I was actually thinking, it's like, I wonder if she actually really got hurt because it wouldn't surprise me if she did. Mm-hmm. And then I guess it's probably a kayfabe or some work as far as the injury is to go. But I guess that's what her character's going to be. Her role is going to be just come in, get hurt, and leave. Just look pretty much.
I think her gimmick is officially going to be, we know she's really fucking awful, and if she ever gets in a ring, she's going to get hurt, and she fucking got in the ring and got hurt. Like, it's almost hysterical. Like, and I was wondering, because, like, just like you, I was like, did she legit get hurt? Like, they played it up a little bit, and I was like,
They did.
I wasn't sure. And then that they had the panel like pretty much ready to go, and then people were just jumping on, and the rest superstars are talking about the injury, not like the announcers or backstage commentators talking about it. That's how you know. I'm like, okay, So it got me. It got me.
It did. No lie.
Going back to an example of that, remember when the club did the shoulder post groin thing to Big E? And destroyed his unit.
Big E. Oh man, I would never ever want to take that move, dude. That's gotta suck.
That's an Attitude Era old school move. And,
yes, it is.
They don't do that one for a reason.
That was like a staple of the Attitude Era. We saw that like every night.
I know. That was literally almost every match. Just like, this is like the legal low blow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so. But
I guess they're gonna work with that though, right? In the storyline, they're gonna have Big E just kind of.
I think Big
E's injured right now, right? He's hurt.
Kayfabe injured. And I think that'll play into maybe the club taking the titles off the New Day, which is, I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to happen.
I know, man.
But, like...
They need it, though. We talked about it before. They need it more than the New Day does. We all love New Day. If they lose the titles, we're still going to love them anyways.
They need it exponentially more than the New Day. New Day they're just over. It's everyone... You don't like New Day now, that's your own fault. It's just you're not allowing yourself to enjoy it. You're just... Look at these stupid guys. Look at these stupid guys. What are they doing?
Yeah, everybody in the mama loves a New Day, so there's no excuse.
But yeah, just going back to the Big E injury, the commentators were talking. We'll have an update later on Big E. Hopefully, we'll have some news later. You've seen people get injured. We hope to get news later when you hear the announcers talking about it, not just the panel, just legit. So
yeah, legit storyline wise.
Next up, American Alpha makes their long-awaited main roster debut. Crowd was not as hot as I thought they should have been.
Yep, you're right about that.
JBL and the commentator, I think it's JBL specifically, he loves to say it's hard to overhype this team. And I'll agree with him for now, but dude, you're driving that home way too hard right now.
Right, it's their first appearance.
Yeah, straight up.
They gotta get the crowd involved, and I can't believe they didn't. I thought everybody was gonna love them or at least recognize them.
So did I.
They didn't. I mean, they still put on a great performance, and I was happy it wasn't just like it was somewhat of a squash match, but at least it was superstars who most of the WWE universe recognizes right now instead of just two randoms.
Yeah, no, I was happy it was with the Vaudevillains. And they fought the Vaudevillains a few times. I actually thought they were going to drop I thought the Ascension was going to drop to them. But I think they're trying to build them back up. And with the tag divisions the way it is now, it's probably a good idea. With my thinking is because Simon Gotch has had that dumbass fight with Sin Cara. It's probably why he got punished. Simon Gotch is even the first guy thrown out of the Battle Royal last week.
Yeah, that's true.
It's you lost to sucking Sin Cara, dog.
Hey, come on, bro.
It's too funny. Aren't you a real man or whatever? Sorry. Anyway, American Alpha gets the win with their finish, the Grand Amplitude. This is probably the cleanest time I've seen them hit it, and I was like, "Yo, that move! I love their finish."
Yeah, that definitely was one of the better Grand Amplitudes that I've seen.
Yeah,
it was just executed perfectly.
Was Gotch the one that took the pin, or was it Aiden English? I think it was Gotch.
I'm not 100% sure. I think it was Gotch too, but who knows? It may have been Aiden.
Yeah. Next promo is AJ Styles called out John Cena.
Yeah, boy.
And
Cena wasted no time. He got to the ring. He pretty much cut off AJ Styles right when he was speaking, and
it's just funny. Like I'm trying to keep in my mind the timing of the show. You can't let him ramble for a few minutes, not 3 hours anymore. So Cena's like, I know what we're gonna go do, so fuck this.
Right.
Just ran out there,
cut to the chase,
back and forth, and just promos tonight, man. They were on point. I love seeing AJ just get fired up in his promo. Like, I love when people get fired up in their promo because then it's like,
Yeah.
then it's like you don't want to say you forget the rules or anything like that, but just good. The delivery is always what matters. You can't just you can't say I'm the greatest, I'm the champion without any inflection or funny voice or anything like that. Like, I'm the greatest, I'm the champion. How you say that some softy? Like, what you doing? Like, you gotta have some bass in your voice. Like, do something with it, you know? And like this, like The Rock's forte is he has the best delivery literally of all time.
Yeah,
he will always have the best delivery of all time. The Rock made popcorn fart a funny word. Like, remember when he called the coach that when he was making fun of Eugene or whatever? Like, he will always be known as a popcorn fart, you know? And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, really. he can get over anything, you know?
It's so funny.
It's just how good he is, a testament to him.
Straight up. Stuck a Smirnoff bottle up your Putin.
Right? Like, whoa.
And it's the craziest part is Rocky's only gotten better. Like, now his voice is like, it's like the perfect voice now for his promos. You know, like when I go back and hear like way old Rocky stuff, I'm like, he hasn't found the voice yet. Once he finds the voice, then he's off to the races, man. It's something else.
That's why we love him. But nah, man, I was pretty happy that I was telling you, AJ Styles he went right after the kids, man. I could not believe it.
I was like, yo, AJ, you heel.
Right? True heel,
like,
man.
I hate these little kids. I'm like, whoa.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that before. He legit went after the kids. That was crazy. That was wild. But
I was
happy to see it.
I was laughing my ass off. I'm like texting you. I'm like, oh shit. He's actually going after kids. And then Cena, of course, I'm for the kids. They're the reason I can be here still. Yay, Cena. You know. But yeah, no, I dug it. I'm happy that AJ and then I'm happy AJ said you and me one-on-one SummerSlam, no club, no excuses, no bullshit. You know, let's just fight or wrestle, whatever he said.
Yep.
And of course, John Cena says, bring it on, you know. So, match officially announced for SummerSlam. And can't fucking wait because that first match was good. Dumbass ending, but the first match was good.
It was.
Let's see. Then the main event of SmackDown, Bray Wyatt versus Dolph Ziggler. Ziggity Diesel. I don't know what I'm going to keep calling him. I'm so tired of him.
Ziggles.
Ziggles.
I remember you had that written down one time.
Ziggles. It's literally just whatever comes up. I'll say it. I don't even care.
It's not important.
Goddamn fucking Dolph Ziggler. You got Bray Wyatt injured. Fucking.
I was so blown, man, because when I saw him, I don't know what move he did, but I just saw Bray Wyatt kind of just fall back awkwardly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess his ankle got trapped under Ziggler's body or something, and it looked like he was in pain for a few seconds afterwards. But he continued the match. I was like, okay, you know, maybe he's okay, and hopefully he is okay. I don't know what the extent of his injury is, but it just sucks, man, because he's just coming back from injury. We all love him, obviously. He seems to be getting somewhat of a push, and same old story. Here we go again.
It's a damn shame, and I don't know. I think when I saw pictures of him gripping his ankle, whether this is from the match or not, it's grabbing his right ankle, and I'm pretty sure that's the same one that he injured previously. And just knowing his history, it's that ankle that's gonna keep getting him. Because I remember at Mania 31, before his match with Taker, they're doing like practice and everything, like getting acclimated to the ring. I guess taking just rolling around on the ring, pretty much.
Yeah.
And he injured his ankle that day. And then had I not heard that story, I wouldn't have even known. That man soldiers through it. Like man. Fucking G. Freaking like a straight up certified G. Like he's I'm like, he taped it up, take a shot, and boom, he went out there and he had his match with The Undertaker, and it was what it was. I wanted him to go over. You didn't, of course, and you didn't want Taker to lose, and I understand that. And even
because he'd already lost, so I was like, you can't lose again. That don't make any damn sense.
I wanted him to just to solidify Bray because
he probably should have won instead of Brock, honestly.
Yeah.
Because at least he needs. Well, besides the injuries, he's going to be here more. He's going to be here more often than Brock is. Brock is again. We all know Brock's a one out of 4 month guy.
Like seeing him 2 days back to back on WWE programming, it's like an anomaly.
It is. It's been awesome. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, but no, like Mania 30, if they did Bray versus Brock, that Bray versus Taker, that might have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been.
Taker had literally like the best entrance of his life, and Bray Wyatt, who's literally known for having a boss ass entrance, you know, like it's
that would have been perfect. He could have taken, you know, the reins, so to speak.
The whole world in his hands. That started that night because of the shirt Harper was wearing. So that would have been cool to see in the Undertaker match.
Would have, but that's neither here nor there because it didn't happen.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Dolph Ziggler gets the fucking win, so he's still the #1 contender at SummerSlam.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Straight up.
Well, a couple of things, I guess. Let's go back to since we're talking about Brock Lesnar, we missed Randy Orton versus. So Randy Orton fought Fandango, and which is pretty funny because remember he made fun of him at the Battleground promo, so that was fucking hilarious.
I think one of the commentators said Fandango didn't like that Randy called him out, and he's like, "I want to fight you" or whatever. And what you doing, dog? You know you're gonna lose. Like
that was so funny. I didn't even realize like at Battleground when he said that. Like, hey, you know, when I come back, it needs to be versus somebody big, not just someone like Fandango. It didn't even occur to me that that's Jericho actually how Jericho came back.
that was so funny.
But that was a great promo. If you haven't seen that Battleground highlight reel, definitely go back and check that out.
That is probably one of the better ones. That one was actually really good.
Yeah. So yeah, just again, or the match didn't end. It ended in DQ. So Randy Orton hits an RKO. Brock Lesnar pretty much comes out, you know, through the crowds. He's sitting behind like the barrier with security guards who are supposed to contain him.
Security out the ass one day, and then when they started showing up, I was like, "Is Brock gonna actually show up on SmackDown unannounced?"
Yeah, I didn't think he would.
Fucking he did. I was like, "Oh fuck, Brock's here!" I jump off the bed. I'm like,
right, like, oh shit, like, Brock. And then he hit Randy with an F5. God, that hurt. Didn't want to see it, but you know.
Gotta get a beat on him, and just seeing Randy up on Brock's shoulders, I was like, yo, Randy's a really tall ass dude, man. You know? Like I always knew Randy was like a taller guy. I think he's like 6'6" to 6'8". He's somewhere in there.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5", something like that.
And I was just like, yo, like, yeah, like, and just watching it, because that was like the first F5 I think Randy's taken in like literally
like a good like
14 years, something like that. And I was like, I can't wait to see this get reversed into an RKO. That was the only thing I was thinking, because I was like, he can do it. He can do it, because I was like, I know Randy, and I think he can. It's not granted he's gonna get a little bit of Brock out, but Brock handles dudes, doesn't he? He fuckers up like, hey, nothing.
Like it's nothing.
Pillows on his back, and he's just straight up throwing. And Randy, all he has to do, lock, and Brock is doomed.
It takes one RKO to go to Viperville, and I can't wait till he hits that move on Brock Lesnar, and hopefully he gets the win at SummerSlam. That would make me so damn happy if he gets a W. In my opinion, I think he needs it more. He deserves it more.
Oh God, yeah, he needs it more. Oh yeah, there's no doubt he needs it more. Brock is Brock. He doesn't.
Right.
He legit wins. He legit beats fuckers up in the octagon. You want to step into the fucking ring with Brock Lesnar? Be my guest, dog.
Yeah, right. I'm not about that.
I would be too scared to be one of his kids. Like, hey, Dad, I got a deal on my report card. Go out back.
Like, what, son? Right.
Get
it done with the F5.
Straight up. Like, go to the ring. I'm taking you to Suplex City today. These just kids just beaten, battered, and broken in the ring. He's like, get better grades next time.
Right.
And they can barely move. Sable has to come in, wake him up, and take him to bed. Oh, man. Yeah. Any other big news that you heard today or anything else?
It's not big news, and it's probably going to disappoint you even talking about Carmella, but she had a spot, I guess, throughout the night. Nat hit her from the back when she was coming to the ring, and that was pretty much it. That segment's over.
I didn't include that on purpose.
Yeah. And the next thing, I read that there was a dark match that took place after Smackdown again.
Oh, Roman, Cena, and Ambrose versus KO, Rollins, and who else? Who was the third?
Oh, was it that? Oh, I thought it was from what I read, I thought it was just Cena and Reigns versus Rollins and Styles, but maybe there was KO and someone else.
Yeah, I heard KO came out because he didn't have a match on Raw either, did he? He didn't have
That's
a match
true.
on Raw.
Yeah, he did. He was just commentating.
Yeah. And he's good at it too. I still
is.
Like I think that's why they let him commentate, because they know he's better than everyone on the table.
Right.
And I'm happy. I am happy about this. He's keeping Corey Graves over because Corey Graves is good.
He's damn good.
He's damn good.
I mean, he's honestly probably the best already on Raw.
Probably. Oh no,
in my opinion, he
without
is.
a doubt he is. Without a doubt he is. And then Mauro Ranallo, man, he's just I can tell there's a little bit of Vince in his ear. Because it's not as free flow as it was before. Like when you watch SmackDown before this brand split, he would literally say whatever he wanted.
Right. I still don't know how I feel about the SmackDown commentating table.
It sucks.
Yeah,
it's like the bastard child table.
Right.
Like JB, like I like Mauro.
They might need to take JBL off the.
He's too overbearing.
He's
so. This is literally what I hear when JBL's talking. It's
I love JBL, all respect to him, Hall of Famer and all that good stuff, but yeah, it might be time to take him off the booth.
It's just that people like him. Remember at Battleground the cheers he got when he came out? I was like, this many people actually still like JBL?
Yeah, I was pretty shocked. He was doing his Texas two-step out there and whatnot, walking his way down the ramp.
Texas two-step in fucking DC, where we fucking hate Texans. Like,
right.
I'm like, they must mute Raw when they watch, because I was not cheering for JBL when he came out. And they booed Michael Cole, so I'm like, oh, so you do watch the product. I mean,
it's Cole, he gets booed. Yeah.
It's a shame because with David doesn't add anything. He's literally like,
yeah, he probably needs to get replaced also, in my opinion.
I don't want to say they're grooming him. I don't think they're grooming him. I think they're grooming Byron Saxton, and that's fine. They can do that. He's been around for a little while, and he needs the Michael Cole help. He might even become the new Michael Cole.
Yeah, I think he can become good, but I think they should have kept him on. Not kept him. Well, yeah, he was on SmackDown,
Yeah,
so I guess they should have kept him on SmackDown instead of Raw. Because on Raw, I mean, he's kind of out of place, because it's pretty much just Michael Cole and Corey Graves speaking the whole time.
Which is probably a good thing, because all he has to do is listen. So,
yeah.
Listen, he does the jobber interviews.
Oh yeah, he interviews the guys who are going to get squashed by Braun Strowman.
It's so funny. Like, well, even if you have a career after this, he just leaves the ring.
Right.
I'm just laughing. But yeah, David Otunga, he doesn't. He's like a little kid that just like big brother, little brother. Let's imagine this. Big brother says, "Hey, we should go to the movies." Little brother, "Hey, we should go to the movies." He just repeats and not accentuates. He just repeats it because someone else says it, or he doesn't add. He just it's just like this. It's just stagnant. There's no like, oh yeah, good shit by David Otunga. No, I didn't hate his voice. Now I hate his voice.
Yeah.
So hopefully they switch it up after SummerSlam. That might be a good time. 2 weeks. We'll give him some slack.
Yeah. I mean, it's only been a couple weeks, so can't
Yeah.
fully hate on him, but
Yeah.
that whole booth in general needs to do except for Ronaldo, of course, but everybody else needs to do a better job.
I thought Ronaldo and King were great together, and then they took King off. I'm like, fuck. Like, take Otunga off, put King.
Probably just King and Ronaldo, dude.
King and Ronaldo can do it by themselves. They can do it by themselves, and I don't want to say take off JB. Maybe mute him a little more often. Or give one of his lines to someone else. Give one of his lines to King. King has just good delivery in his JBL is just really overbearing. He has a voice that it kind of stands out every time you hear it, no matter what, which is good and bad. King is like a natural voice. Like I hear King and I'm like, I think wrestling. I think wrestling when I hear the King or JR or Michael Cole. I guess the voice of WWE. But
yeah.
It's like relegated to the pre-show panel,
That's dirty. That's
the thing. I even want them to take Otunga off and put Booker T on commentary, but I know he's doing his Wrestling with Honor thing. Shout outs, do your thing. And if you all haven't checked out the Booker T special Legends with JBL, see, in that capacity, JBL is good because he's not, he's not yelling. He's just talking, conversing with Booker T or any of the other legends he's on there with, and it's awesome. Every one of those is good. They're all so telling, and this one we all knew a few basics of Booker T's past and where he's been, how he got to WWE, and essentially, but they really yanked that curtain back. They pretty much say you lived in a trap house, survived, seen people get killed, needles in their arm, prostitutes, and you are here today, a Hall of Famer. So
much respect.
Much respect. Props to you, successful black man in the industry, in the world. Just happy to see it.
Just think about that for a second. He might be like the best. Like you said, black dude, like of all time.
He literally may be the most successful African American of all time. He might actually be. So
real talk, huh? So, WWE doesn't like to push any other African American superstars for some reason.
They like to tout that The Rock is black, and I get that he is black, but they tout that he's Samoan more than he's black.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt about that.
And with the new regime of some guys, like I hope Big E becomes WWE champion, WWE champion, not world heavyweight or the other championship, whatever you're gonna call it. Give them the belt. Let them be the face of your company. They are good. They are good. Maybe I don't know if Titus is ever gonna reach that pinnacle. Maybe it's time. Maybe Titus can hold it. Maybe Apollo Crews can be the guy. Yeah. Someone needs it. We need a new Ron Simmons. We need a new someone that can be a great influence for other African American individuals. We need to set an example. Like when you're just keeping them down all the time, what kind of message does that send? Oh, the white man's
not a good one.
White man's always gonna be over.
White man's world, Come on with that shit.
Stupid. It's like
you're right though. They definitely need to push more African American superstars. There's not that many good Hispanic superstars right now in WWE, but really Del Rio is probably the best. Del Rio
is probably the best, and I know that they're trying to keep up with Kalisto, but
he's just saying you look at Kalisto, he is ever going to be WWE champion. If he is, damn, that'd be a shocker.
I'm almost inclined to say Ray only won world titles because Eddie passed away.
That's honestly, I hate to say it, but that's probably the truth.
Mm-hmm. And even Eddie was WWE champion. WWE champion.
Rest in peace. Damn it, was he good?
He was.
Yeah. Did you see? It was just a rumor. I guess there's a Redditor named, I don't know what his name is. He the belt guy or something like that. They may have unveiled how the new Universal title was gonna look, and it's not good though. It's not good.
That's not good.
From what I saw, I'm sure there are other posts too, and we'll probably check it out after the podcast and let you guys know more next week. But it literally was the exact same title. It just had I think it was a blue underlining or a red underlining. Yeah.
So it's literally like the SmackDown version of the WWE Championship now, but with a blue line under the W.
Yeah, exactly. Which I really, really hope that's not what they do. And again, that's just a rumor, just speculation. If they do that, that would just be freaking stupid. So I really hope that they don't do that and just make it look good.
That's fucking awful. That's fucking stupid as fuck.
I saw another one that was it was gonna have somewhat like an eagle type design on it, something like that. I can't really describe it, but that one looked a whole heck of a lot better than just a replica belt with different colors.
Yeah, I remember when all the prototype designs of Rock's WWE version championship came out, and I wasn't like. I like Rock's WWE title. I like the WWE World Heavyweight Championship more. I think it looks a lot sleeker and it's a lot cleaner. But Rock's wasn't bad, but I saw some of those designs. One of them was a winged eagle one that was a little more flat, and it wasn't such a big belt buckle. And it was just eagle streamed, and there was the leather was even done up nicely. And I was like, that needed to be the world championship. That looks like a championship right there. Yeah, I even saw one with a red strap, a bright red Pokeball strap, and I was like, now that even looks pretty good.
Yeah, they need to do something unique with it. It has to stick out. It has to stand out. It's a prized possession of Monday Night Raw, and it needs to look damn good. It needs to be just as good looking as the WWE Championship is right now. So They better step it up.
Do they unveil a championship with a white strap?
Huh. I don't. That would be pretty. I mean, that would be good. I'd like to see that. Maybe they won't just because the IC title right now it has the white strap. But it would pretty. I'd be happy with it. Something a little different.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see these designs now.
I know, right?
But yeah,
when do you think they'll unveil the new design? Probably before SummerSlam.
Probably the Raw before SummerSlam. Like they'll have the little podium. That'll probably how they close Raw. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it'll be like on the podium, like in a glass case, and they'll pull it off the tarp.
Yeah. And then Seth Rollins come out. No, this is mine. I am the champion. But Seth Rollins and Finn Balor promo, man. Good work from those two. It's really lit a fire up under Seth's ass. I was like, yo, look at Seth, just kind of like a dope ass promo right now. He's been good at his promos for a long time because he's had a lot of mic time. But I was like, yo, this is like pitch perfect. Like,
it was.
I wouldn't change one word. I wouldn't nothing. I was so happy with it. And Finn Balor, perfect. Like, if this is like the most extended I've heard him actually talk in like a promo, and I'm like, this isn't bad. Good, and I'm just happy to see it. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, those guys are two of the best. They're gonna, they're the future, obviously, of the WWE. So give them the time. And one thing I was just reading an article on. They were talking about how they've introduced Finn Balor and to fans like yourself and myself and Vandy. We know who Finn Balor is, but they haven't really introduced him to the general public, if you will.
Yeah,
they haven't really told us a lot of backstory about him.
I haven't done any.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no vignettes. There's no. There's no. Who are you? Where are you from? What's your story? How old are you? None of that.
They haven't. And that's surprising. That's pretty shocking to me, honestly, because again, we know who he is, but that doesn't mean everybody in the crowd knows who he is, or everybody at home watching on TV knows who he is. So they need to do a better job of. Telling us some information about him, because the guy's cool as hell. He needs to have a long and storied career. And I just can't wait to see his match because I know it's going to be, phenomenal.
That's a good way to put it. It's funny. I think I saw a meme. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. His I don't know if it's his real name, or one of his wrestler names, but he used to go by Prince Devitt, and that translated into Portuguese is Finn Balor. And I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, that's cool. Because I was like, Finn Balor is like the most random name I think I've ever seen assembled. It really was. And I saw that. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Because at that time, WWE still wasn't letting guys use their indie names or their other promotion names. Like AJ Styles is like a crazy assassin. Samoa Joe is like a crazy assassin. They always change people's names. They're not shy to do it. Kevin Owens is Kevin Steen. Sami Zayn used to be El Generico.
Why would you want to be called that?
I don't know. I guess
it's literally the most generic name. I mean, it's all right there for you.
It's like the not entendre. I don't know. It's just it says one thing. He's clearly not. He's amazing. So I'm happy to see it. I'm happy, and I hope they all succeed. I can't wait. Fucking can't wait for SummerSlam. SummerSlam is going to be awesome.
It is going to be 4 hours of, unlike WrestleMania, 4 hours of just awesomeness, taking place the entire night.
It's almost a shame that SummerSlam might blow Mania literally out of the water.
I mean, it hasn't even started yet, and it's already blown it out of the water,
Right.
Just all the matches they have on the card, and I'm sure there are more to come, but, there's just a lot of great matches right now. I mean, like you said, they got Randy and freaking Brock, the main matches for the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship, the women's match, Charlotte and Sasha Banks. What else? What am I missing here?
Cena and AJ.
Yep.
Miz and Cruz. New Day and Club. I think that's it so far. I want to say that's it so far. And that's you can literally take half of those matches and put them on Night of Champions. Like,
yeah, those are. I mean, every match we just named is going to be freaking awesome, and I'm already invested in them, so I can't wait to see them.
Yeah,
and I'm sure they'll probably add like.
I'm sure Becky and Natty might have a match, or Becky and Eva Marie. Someone's gonna have. I'm pretty sure Eva Marie's gonna be on SummerSlam.
Probably. There's gonna be a pre-show, I'm sure, for SummerSlam, right?
Yeah,
They'll probably have either her or I don't know what they're gonna do with Titus and Darren. I'm sure they'll probably have a
I'm
match
sure
there
they'll have a
too.
match. Yeah.
That might be pre-show.
Uh-huh.
I kind of hope it is, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That would be a good place for it.
yeah,
As sad as that is, it might actually be the best place for that.
yeah, I think so. And maybe they again, because we were talking about them unveiling a new women's championship for SmackDown. Maybe they have the first ever women's whatever they decide to call it match between Becky and Nat. That'd be pretty cool to see.
No, I'd be happy to see what they decide to do because I was surprised Alexa Bliss wasn't on this SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like all the other divas they introduced last week weren't even on the show. Like I was like, what are you doing with them?
Like, where are they?
I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a 6-pack challenge, but I think that almost demeans the title. I would love to see like an elimination match with women. That would be awesome.
Pretty cool. That would be awesome.
I think WWE is. I don't know why they don't do elimination matches more often. They are literally like the best types of matches. I think.
Yeah.
Like don't like 1-on-1. You almost can't beat that. It's 1-on-1. You're gonna beat me clean or bad. Like how are you gonna do it? So. But with elimination, like 6-pack challenge, that's cool. And it protects everyone else in the match. And that sudden ending like there. But you could, at least with a elimination match, you can tell a little bit different of a story during the match. Like, oh, she fought so hard. She eliminated 3 people, but she just couldn't get it done, And that can almost be the Alexa Bliss role. Like, she's a big deal. She took out 3 people. Just not there yet. And that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
she just got called out.
That's a great way to build up her, her character.
I hope Becky wins. I think that's the general consensus. I like Becky, but I hope she wins.
She should. I mean, she should win. Mm-hmm. Like, in my opinion, she's definitely.
She's one of the fucking 4 horsewomen. Like,
yeah, exactly, 4 horsewomen. She's a boss, No offense to Sasha.
She's the last kicker.
Yeah, exactly. She's the last kicker. I mean, she has the fan support. She's really like one of the truer baby faces there is on the roster.
Right.
So, I think she should get the W. I mean, if it's not her, I mean, who are they going to give it to? They're not going to give it to Carmella, obviously.
She's not. I don't even think she's ready now. Yeah. She can't even watch the ring, right?
she got attacked. I mean, I don't know if they gave it to Naomi. I guess I was reading Naomi was the first women's championship on NXT or something like that. I'm not sure.
I think that was Paige.
Yeah, Paige. You're right. Yeah, it was Paige. So I don't know if they'd give it to Naomi or not. I mean, she's been there for a long time, so I wouldn't be too mad, I guess, if that was the case. But they haven't really done anything with her for God knows how long, so probably won't be her right now. Nat, I mean, I don't really like Nat that much. Yeah, that's all I got to say about her.
Okay. Yeah, I like Natalya, but I don't know if she doesn't. I don't want her to be the inaugural women's world champion. It needs to be like Becky or Bailey or whoever they need to build.
It's gotta be Becky. Just like you were saying, like to your point, 4 horsewomen. The only people to hold the new women's title have been Charlotte and now the Boss. So it'd be perfect for the new women's champion of SmackDown to be Becky Lynch. It just makes the most sense.
And it really does. And I hope Sasha has a long reign with the WWE Women's Championship. And when Bailey gets called up, they need her on SmackDown. They need her there. Yeah. She can literally have a match with any one of the women, and it'll be good. Becky can have a match with any of the women. It'll be good. Natty can have a match with any of the women, and it'll be fine. I like Natty. Not everyone draws to Natty, so I get that.
She is good in the ring, though. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And she's better than a lot of the other women wrestlers. And
yeah,
we'll see.
Everything.
Oh gosh, I forgot to even name her. If she would just imagine if she was the first ever women's champion of SmackDown. How much hate? Oh my gosh, it'd be unbearable.
I'm just happy she's still getting booed.
Yeah, the booze translated from NXT over to the main roster.
It translates from everything. She's on Divas, and I still fucking hate her. I liked her like in the first episode because I was like, who is this?
I'm like, damn, this girl's fine. And then
the worst part is like when the show started, she had black hair. And I'm like, oh, and that's when I was so attracted to her. Then she had the red hair. I was like, oh fuck, like oh shit, she has like Lita hair now, And it after that first episode, hated her.
Immediate hate.
Yeah, and fucking her husband or whatever the fuck he is, he doesn't help either because he's a douchebag. Like I literally can't stand him. I can't even watch the show anymore because he's so. Yeah, probably shouldn't be watching divas anyway, but there's characters I like, so that's fine
True.
for me. Yeah, I think
that's it. I think I was reading that Nikki Bella was backstage on SmackDown, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll get to see her pretty soon. Hey, that wouldn't be bad to be the first ever women's champion for SmackDown. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Either her or Becky. Those are my two options.
Maybe we'll see a triple threat with those three. That'd be nice. I like that.
Yeah, it would. It would be cool.
But yeah, that's our show this week. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Let us know who you think is going to be the first women's world champion for SmackDown. And let us know what's your predictions for the SummerSlam match card is actually going to be. Follow us on Twitter at PWV_podcast for all your wrestling news, articles, opinions, and information. Check out ProWrestlingVoice.com. Check out our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/ProWrestlingVoice. Only $19.99. You guys are going to check those out. You can find us on iTunes by searching Pro Wrestling Voice Radio, on the Spreaker app by searching Pro Wrestling Voice Podcast, and on YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Voice. I'm host John Lewis alongside Kevin Ortiz.
Hey, again, sorry, Vandy. You got to watch your back, dude. I come with the chair. I hit you. It happens. Just next time, be prepared. That's all.
It does happen. Week. Out of nowhere.
Exactly. Chair shot out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Oh, but we won't throw the book at you. Until next time.
Yes, sir. Later.